My beliefs, ethnicity, race, and religion have all affected my view of the world by showing me how others are treated and what kind of world I live in today. It shouldn't matter the color of my skin or what religion I believe in. Everyone should be treated the same, but that is not the case. I am Catholic, and sometimes I get criticized for being a Catholic, even though it is a very popular religion to believe in. I love my religion, and if other people don't feel the same way or want to criticize me for what I believe in, then that's on them, because I am a white person. Whites are known as treating people very poorly and not respecting others. I feel I'm the complete opposite of what the country views white people as. I am someone who loves all people for who they are, no matter their race or ethnicity, and I don't appreciate how whites treat African Americans. In today's world, no one is treated equally, and no one can trust anyone. I personally have coped with the similarities by embracing what I love the most and never letting anyone tell me what I can or can't do or believe in. There have been times where I have struggled with coping with the differences, but what it really all comes down to is being kind to one another and treating them the way that you would want to be treated. I always follow this saying that my mom told me: treat others the way that you want to be treated. I help out in my community as much as I can, and I treat people with the same respect that I would expect them to treat me with. A physical challenge that I have faced or experienced as a result of all of this would be helplessness, because there have been times where I would like to go help people, but I can't do anything to help them, or I've seen someone hurt, but I can't go help them because of their race or the religion that they believe in, because I was taught not to socialize with them. Some incorrect assumptions that people make about one another can sometimes be very hurtful. I remember this one time when my friend came up to me and told me that the new girl in our class didn't want to be partners with me because she thought I was a very mean person and I talked bad about everyone. I had gone up to the new girl and had told her that I am in fact not a bad person, that I am a very friendly person, and I don't want her to work alone, especially because she's the new girl and no one wants to be partners with new people in school or wants to help them in any way they can. But I'm not them. I want to help them. I want to make sure that they have a good transition into the new school and they love the new school and they don't want to go back to the old school. She made the wrong assumption about me just because I was wearing all black that day. So I had to take the time and explain to her that I was wearing all black because my parents were pulling me out of school later for a funeral that I had to attend. There was another time that I remember when I got my new car not too long ago, a few months ago, and my friend had made the assumption that I was spoiled because I get everything that I want. And I simply told her that the reason I got a new car was it was an amazing deal, my family can afford it, and my grandpa was able to help us put a down payment for it. Everything that my parents get me, or I get myself, is because I work super hard in school. I'm a great big sister. I help out whenever I can around the house. My grades are good. I'm in dual enrollment college classes along with high school classes, along with having a job on the weekends and the weekdays, and also I'm the senior captain of the dance team at Woodhaven High School. You never know what's going on in another person's life, so you can't just make assumptions about them and assume the worst. I know sometimes I make assumptions about others when I shouldn't. I was in a store one day and I had made an assumption that the cashier hated her job and didn't want to help me. I was wrong because I come to find out later that day she was having a bad day because a customer before me had given her a hard time and had yelled at her, which made her upset. We all make assumptions about people even though we shouldn't. And if you are going to make assumptions, I would suggest keeping them to yourself because they're not going to be any good just telling other people your assumptions. The riots. The riots are causing serious fears and thoughts to be made all around the world. I personally don't have any fears or thoughts or anxieties about the riots, but I have been on lookout and I have been made aware as to where the points of the riots are taking place, so I know not to go anywhere near those when the riots are taking place at that time. I feel that these riots should not be happening even though there's nothing we can do to stop them. So no matter what we think, it doesn't matter because we can't stop the riots. The riots are a terrible thing, and most of them are ending very badly. Just because people are upset about something or someone doesn't mean that they have to go trash stores, steal items, or even hurt people. Innocent people have been hurt because of all the hatred and riots that are going on. My grandpa is very worried about the riots because he was alive when the riots happened back in the day, so he knows what people could do and doesn't want anything to happen to the ones he loves. He didn't want me to continue working, but my managers and all the staff know exactly what to do in the case we were hit by a riot. We've taken all the precautions and have done all of the protocol, and we are continuing to stay safe. Fortunately, we live in a safe community where we don't have a lot of riots happening, unlike downtown Detroit. I pray for the people who are causing these riots, and especially for the people who are being harmed by the rioters. I pray that the rioters will learn not to behave and act the way that they do. People should still not be rioting because it is a very unkind thing, and even though they are trying to speak their minds, I feel they're speaking to an extreme. I don't understand why people want to be so anxious about getting their words out to the public. Yes, they do have freedom of speech, but taking it to a riot where people are getting injured, things are being stolen, that's not right. That shouldn't be happening.